Did you know you could potentially get twice as much business funding just by leveraging your spouse? Well, today we're going to talk about how you can use the double funding hack, leveraging multiple LLCs, boosting fundability with your household income, and getting a 2-for-1 with a funding service just for being married, right? So I'm Kyle Alexander, and here on this channel, we explore the keys to unlocking financial freedom through savvy business credit techniques and strategies. So today we're diving into a game-changing approach for married entrepreneurs, and we're going to be doubling our funding and financial opportunities, right? So stay tuned. We're going to talk about how marriage can be your secret weapon in the funding world. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more financial wisdom and gems. So first is the double funding hack, right? So in the world of business credit, there's a cap on how much funding you can secure due to credit inquiries and your credit profile. But here is the marital twist. By leveraging your spouse and a second LLC, you can nearly double your household's funding potential. It's like financial tag teaming, where together you are unstoppable. So this strategy isn't just smart, it's a game changer for married entrepreneurs looking to scale up. So imagine accessing double the funding without doubling the hassle, and that's the power of partnership in action, right? So a quick example is you have what's called a personal guarantee on each card that you have, right? So if I have a personal guarantee on my card that I got, and that there's going to be an inquiry on my credit report that shows up. So let's say I get my first card, I get my second card, I get my third card. Now I have 3 inquiries, and now I am limited in what I'm able to do and what I'm able to get for new funding. But if at the same time, my wife is getting 3 of those cards at the same time, and they're both technically coming to the same household under 2 LLCs, if you're smart with it, then you can leverage both of those to do different things, right? So that's the big part of it, because now you can actually double what you're getting back from it, and it can start to grow at a really, really cool rate. So next, looking at joint income, right? This is a lender's dream. So when applying for business funding, the figures on your application make a huge difference. So by utilizing your household's joint income, your application shines brighter to lenders, even if only one spouse acts as the personal guarantor. So this means better loan terms and more funding, so all while keeping the credit pool to just one person. Now, this is a strategic move that strengthens your financial position without compromising your credit health, right? So the big thing with this is, it's like I'm able to leverage the group without the difficulty or the downsides coming on both my spouse and myself. Able to get that funding and able to put ourselves in a much better position for that funding when we go in and use that household income, right? So for me in particular, it helps because when we have that collective amount, there might be some income that comes from the business, there might be some that comes from a W-2. So depending on how that goes, the credit inquiries and the credit profile and the credit pulls are still only going on one person at a time, but you're leveraging that and able to get much, much higher limits and just get much further faster because of that. So it's definitely a big thing to utilize, and you should not just be putting your own income, individual, especially if this is a joint operation, which ideally it should be. Definitely leverage that to be able to get further with the lenders. So next up, we're talking about special funding programs, right? So let me share a little secret that transformed everything for us in our financial journey. So there is a funding program out there that not only provides year-long funding for a flat rate, but includes your spouse at no extra cost, right? So I explained this in one of my previous videos if you want to check it out. But basically, there are different types of funding and like business models for companies that do funding on your behalf. And again, if you are going to do it on your behalf, if they're going to do it on your behalf, then you want it's because your situation requires it, because maybe you're really, really busy like we were, or like we are with our 7-month-old child that's crawling around at increasing rates. So if you are very busy, then sometimes it does help. You can actually do all this stuff yourself. It just takes time, it takes strategy to be able to go in and know the right things, know the right order to do this. So we got a company to work for us, and what I explained before is that there's different models. So one is a percentage model, where you pay a percentage, typically about 10% of whatever they get for you, this company. So if they get you $100,000, then you pay $10,000, and you put that $10,000 on one of your 0% credit cards, and you're all good. So you can start to make your business moves forward. So this second company that we found was a flat rate. So you pay a flat rate for a year, and then they will get as much funding as they can for you during that time. Now, the big benefit here is that they will let you add a spouse or a business partner for free, a 2-for-1, right? Buy one, get one. So for that same flat rate, let's say, you got that 100,000. So if I got 100,000 and then my wife got 100,000, now that's 200,000, and we only paid one, flat rate. And depending on how you set up your profile, and if you're following this channel, you're going to get the tips on how to really, really be set up properly when going into these things, so you can get, maximized when you go into this situation. So you really, really be able to take advantage of that. So that's a big thing. So it's an incredible opportunity. That means that both of you can enjoy the fruits of financial growth, doubling the firepower in the business battlefield. So remember, by using my link below, I'm adding this in the description, you can save $500 on this really, really cool service. And again, this is what we use to get to this place. I've learned other things and other cool tricks since then. But I want to share like how we got here on our journey, so that if that is a right fit for you, then that option is there. So please take advantage of that. If you are going to do it, then use the link, get the discount, and keep it moving. So next is, empowering your financial journey, right? As a couple, isn't just about sharing life together. It's about building a legacy. So remember, once you've secured the funding, ensure that both of you can manage these accounts, right? So this is a little tip just from, I'll call it like a headache tip, to prevent you from having headaches that I had in my journey. But so you're going to be typically applying for these accounts as an individual and under an LLC. And once you get that account, though, you want to immediately add your spouse as an admin on the account, or as a joint owner. And basically, you want to give that person privileges to be able to talk about the account. So if they call in, that they're not going to have any issues discussing something or making a change to something, or so, and anything comes up, you want to be prepared for that. So just knock it out in the beginning. So as soon as you get through that funding process and you're all good, everything is approved, just add the other spouse, and then it'll just save you a lot of potential headache, and keep the financial empire running smoothly, right? So thank you so much for jumping in here and for watching. Again, it's my passion and my heart that all of us are pursuing financial freedom, and not just pursuing it, but as urgently as possible, because I'm well aware that life is not promised. So we need to be on the ball doing this, right? So for more tips on leveraging business credit for financial freedom, keep it locked here. And until next time, keep building your financial freedom together.